Well, first of all, it's not really my cookbook. It's our cookbook because Cooking with Friends, of course, first is a segment that runs on Fox and Friends. As you know, Griff, you've been on it 2 or 3 times. It's run on Fox and Friends for years. It's one of our favorite iconic Fox and Friends segments where a guest or an anchor or reporter comes on and they share their favorite family meal. This book is a compilation of all of those recipes. So I've really mastered the art of cookbooks where it's other people's recipes and I just put my name on it.
Fox News viewers were thrilled when Carley Shimkus, the beloved anchor of Fox and Friends First, recently returned to their screens. Her familiar face and engaging presence had been noticeably absent, leaving many to wonder about the reasons behind her temporary departure. Now that she's back in the anchor's chair, the question on everyone's mind is, why did she leave in the first place? Join us as we uncover the surprising reasons that led Carley Shimkus to step away from Fox News and discover what brought her back to the network she calls home. The unexpected hiatus, balancing motherhood and career.
All right, we have chosen our shot of the morning, and here it is. Fox and Friends family can officially make it official. It just got a little bit bigger. We're going to be responsible for raising Carley's child. We are thrilled to announce that Carley Shimkus is a new mom to a healthy baby boy.
And his name is so sweet. It's Brock Edward. He was born on Monday, weighing 7 pounds, 1 ounce. And Carley says he is, quote, pure sweetness. Look how perfect he is.
19 inches long.
In the fast-paced world of morning news, the sudden disappearance of a familiar face can send shockwaves through audiences. Such was the case when Carley Shimkus, the vibrant co-host of Fox and Friends First, vanished from the airwaves without warning. Viewers who had grown accustomed to her presence alongside Todd Puro were left bewildered, their morning routines disrupted by her unexplained absence. As speculation ran rampant across social media platforms and fan forums, the truth behind her departure was far from the dramatic scenarios some had imagined. On February 3, 2023, Carley and her husband, Peter Buccignani, welcomed their first child, a son named Edward Brock, into the world. This joyous event marked the beginning of a new chapter in Shimkus' life, one that would temporarily take her away from the cameras and teleprompters. The transition from seasoned news anchor to first-time mother presented Carley with a set of challenges far different than those she faced in the newsroom. Sleepless nights replaced her usual pre-dawn wake-up calls, and diaper changes became more frequent than wardrobe changes. As she navigated the steep learning curve of new parenthood, she made the difficult decision to step away from her role at Fox News for an extended maternity leave. This choice, while personal, reflected a broader conversation happening in workplaces across America about the balance between career and family. For Shimkus, whose 1:15 a.m. alarm had been a staple of her professional life, the opportunity to focus entirely on her newborn son was both a luxury and a necessity. The 4-month hiatus she took from the network allowed her to bond with baby Brock, establish a routine, and adjust to the demands of motherhood without the added pressure of her high-profile career. As weeks turned into months, Shimkus' absence became increasingly noticeable to her dedicated fan base. Social media buzzed with questions about her whereabouts, with some fans expressing concern and others offering words of support, even without knowing the full story. The void left by her temporary departure underscored the connection she had forged with viewers who considered her a part of their daily lives. Behind the scenes, Carley was embarking on the most challenging and rewarding role of her life. Each day brought new discoveries, from the first smile to the first sleepless night, as she and Peter adapted to their new reality as parents. The world of breaking news and political commentary faded into the background, replaced by the immediate and all-consuming world of infant care. As her maternity leave progressed, Shimkus began to contemplate her eventual return to Fox News. The prospect of balancing her demanding career with her new responsibilities as a mother loomed large, presenting a complex puzzle that many working parents face. Her journey back to the anchor desk would require careful planning, support from her family and colleagues, and a reimagining of what work-life balance could look like in the realm of 24-hour news. The grueling schedule. For most people, 1:15 a.m. marks the deepest part of their nightly slumber, but for Carley Shimkus, it's the start of a new day. As the alarm pierces the darkness, Shimkus begins a routine that would leave many in awe. This is the reality of a morning news anchor, a world where day and night blur into a continuous cycle of preparation and performance. Her early wake-up call is a necessity. Fox and Friends First hits the airwaves at 5 a.m. Eastern, leaving precious time for the host to transform from a sleepy-eyed new mother to the polished professional viewers see on their screens. The hours between rising and going live are a whirlwind of activity, reviewing scripts, catching up on overnight developments, undergoing hair and makeup, and mentally preparing for the day ahead. The punishing schedule takes a toll not just on the body, but on personal relationships as well. While most of the world is winding down their day, Shimkus is already in bed, missing out on evening social events and quality time with her husband and newborn son. The sacrifice of a normal social life is one of the hidden costs of being a morning news anchor, a price Shimkus pays daily for her career. The demands of the job extend far beyond the early morning hours. After the show wraps, there are meetings to attend, segments to plan, and research to be done for upcoming broadcasts. For Shimkus, the workday often stretches well into the afternoon, creating a constant state of sleep deprivation that she, like many of her colleagues, has learned to manage. Comparisons with other Fox News hosts reveal that Shimkus' schedule is not unique in its intensity. Across the network, anchors and reporters maintain similar routines, each finding their own ways to cope with the physical and mental strain. Some, like Shimkus, become coffee enthusiasts, relying on caffeine to bridge the gap between their body's desires and their professional obligations. The challenge of maintaining this lifestyle has only intensified for Shimkus since becoming a mother. Balancing the needs of a newborn with the unforgiving schedule of morning television requires a level of planning and support that goes beyond the ordinary. Every moment of her day is accounted for, from pumping breast milk between segments to scheduling naps that align with her son's feeding times. Despite the difficulties, Shimkus approaches her role with a passion that's evident to viewers. Her ability to appear fresh and engaged at an hour when most are still dreaming is a testament to her professionalism and dedication. It's this commitment that has endeared her to audiences and kept her at the forefront of morning news. As she navigates this new chapter, the grueling schedule remains a constant, but it's clear that for her, the early mornings and long days are more than just a job. They're a calling, one that she continues to answer with enthusiasm, even as the challenges of motherhood add new dimensions to her already demanding career. Family First. After 4 months of maternity leave, Carley Shimkus made her much-anticipated return to Fox News. Her absence had been filled with the joys and challenges of new motherhood, a transformative experience that would reshape her approach to both life and career. As she stepped back into the spotlight, viewers noticed a subtle but significant change in the beloved anchor, a newfound depth and perspective that only comes from life's most profound experiences. During her time away from the camera, Shimkus' social media became a window into her new world. Gone were the polished studio shots and breaking news updates, replaced by tender moments of family life. Followers were treated to glimpses of baby Edward's milestones, his first smile, tentative crawls, and the pure joy of discovery that only infants can embody. These shared moments resonated deeply with Shimkus' audience, humanizing the anchor and forging a stronger connection with viewers who saw her in the universal struggles and triumphs of parenthood. The transition back to work life brought with it a re-evaluation of priorities for Shimkus. The long hours and constant connectivity that once defined her career now had to be balanced against the needs of her young family. This shift was not just a personal matter, but also a professional evolution, influencing how she approached her role at Fox News. Stories about family, education, and child welfare took on new significance, infused with the empathy and understanding of a parent navigating these issues firsthand. Central to her successful return was the unwavering support of her husband Peter. Their partnership, already strong, was reinforced by the shared adventure of parenthood. Peter's role in maintaining their home life allowed Shimkus to pursue her career with renewed vigor, knowing their son was in capable and loving hands. Now it's time to hear from you. Carley Shimkus wakes up at 1:15 a.m. for her job. Could you handle such an extreme schedule? Let us know in the comment section below.